Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to continue the series that we are currently doing. This series is a series on how to choose the planeswalker that is best for your play style, how to choose a planeswalker that's good, how do you even choose a planeswalker to begin with, right? And of course, as I mentioned in a previous video, that this is a video series that is based on a couple of questions that I get asked all the time, right? So I get asked all the time, hey, I'm a beginner. Can you help me to figure out which planeswalkers I should get? Yeah, this video is going to help you with that, right? And this is also a good video for advanced players and expert players. So you can kind of have a framework to use in order to help you to choose what planeswalkers you think are going to be good and really just go from there. All right. So without any ado, this is a Planeswalker Coach's Guide for Choosing Planeswalkers. Here's rule number 3. Understand the personality of a particular planeswalker. And that's to say that every planeswalker in the game has a specific personality. Some of these personalities, as I'm kind of termed them, will jump off the screen at you, right? And you can see that if there's a personality for a planeswalker and it jumps off the screen as something that you can use that's going to be advantageous and help you to win games, then that is something that you can use to your advantage, right? And that's really what we're looking for. Are there quirks that a planeswalker has that can help you to win games? Are there things like mana bonuses that a planeswalker has that's really strong that's going to help you to win games? These are all part of the personality, I kind of call it, of a planeswalker. And if they have a personality that's fast or defensive, and that's something that you like to use, if you're a player that kind of likes to lay back and play defense, then maybe your personal play style, your personality of play style is going to match well with a planeswalker's personality. And that's what you really want to look at. All right, so let me show you a couple examples of what I'm talking about, and you'll see what I mean by personality. Here's Koth of the Hammer. This is one of those that came out pretty early in the game. And I'm guessing that when this one came out, the developers were really worried that Koth was going to overwhelm everyone. And this is going to be one of those planeswalkers that is just completely unbeatable. And here's the reason why. If you take a look at the mana bonus, you'll see that there's 9 additional mana bonus points for every single time you hit red, right? You connect those red, you're not only going to get the 3 that you would have got early, but you got 9 additional ones. And what that means is Koth kind of has a personality that if you're going to use red, you're going to have a great advantage, right? So convert a ton of gems to red. And what you'll notice is he pays off things really fast. If you can do that, you're going to be able to play cards really fast, and you can use that to your great advantage. So you can see Koth's personality here. He wants to use red. He wants to get those cards out fast. He's going to try to use that to do a ton of damage early in the game, and hopefully use that to win, right? You can see some of the other abilities here. Destroy 12 non-red gems. Again, that's focused on getting those non-reds out of there so you can match red, and that's going to help you with that advantage. Rage of the Mountain, you get +8, +0, and Trample and Berserker. So that kind of helps you too, right? If you think about it, you'll be probably getting creatures down early. If you get a good creature down early that's got maybe first strike or double strike, which you'll see in red, and you use that ability, that's going to be able to take opponent creatures off of the battlefield so you can control the game that way. And finally, that Strength of the Mountain. You can really see that this planeswalker's personality is all about converting to red, right? And all about matching red. You can see their creative support on the board with whenever any player matches red, all of your creatures get +4/+4. Right, so you can see how to build a deck for Koth just by focusing on his personality, right? That red, convert red, match red, use that. Here's a deck that I would suggest you can make on your own. Valakut Churning. This is a good deck. It really does make use of that convert red, match red, all of that. You can see there's 3 lands in here, right? Very few times will I make a deck that has 3 lands that convert to any given color. But I'm using it here because it's very important to convert as much red as possible. And again, it's going with the personality of Koth the Hammer. You can see at the top, there's a Shatter Skull Smashing. That's a nice card that also will help you to convert to red. You can see the whole point of this deck, right? And it kind of really focuses on his personality of matching red, of converting to red. If you can do that consistently and often, you're going to win games. All right, here's another one I want to show as far as personality. All right, Garruk Unleashed. Garruk Unleashed, you can kind of see in the picture, he's a big, strong, muscular guy. And when you take a look at his abilities, you can see he really just wants to do one thing. That hunting pack ability, that second ability, it gives leader beast to a creature and it puts 3 beast tokens down, right? So basically, take your biggest creature. Hopefully that if you're smart and you can build it this way, your biggest creature is going to be the first creature on the board. If you can get it down that way, he's going to become leader beast as soon as you hit this ability. And then you'll get 3 beast tokens on top of that, which means that you'll reinforce that big creature 3 times. That's nasty. For a lot of decks, that's completely nasty, and you're going to win a lot of games. If you want to take a look at this in action, I would say click on the little tag that pops up on your screen and you'll be shown a deck called Double Up. Double Up's a deck that's on this channel, and you can see what we're going for here, right? Gaia's Revenge, 16 is the strength. If that card can be your first card and you hit Leader Beast on him, right, he's going to be able to be reinforced 3 times. That's going to make him huge. That's going to make him nasty. You have that Unnatural Growth at the bottom. You have Mr. Orfeo also. That's going to help him be bigger and bigger. And you know what, guys? If you hit that, it's pretty much over, right? Especially because he's got that haste abilities and it's going to attack on that very first turn that he comes in. All right, so I'd suggest you click on the video and then check out how I use it. And you can see what I mean, right? That's his personality. All he really wants to do is make somebody big and strong so that they can blow it up, right? Defeat enemies. And that's what he does. All right, here's another one I want to point out. Tamayo, the field researcher, she's very, very interesting, I think. If you take a look at the colors, right, you'll have 3. And for the most part, anytime you have 3 colors, that gives you a huge advantage. It gives you an advantage because that means you can use a lot of cards, right? A whole lot of cards. Some of these planeswalkers are like monocolored planeswalkers. That means you only can use one type of color. Plus, of course, like the colorless. Some of them are like dual color planeswalkers where you can go with 2 separate colors, as well as, of course, the colorless. This one here, you get to have 3 colors. That gives you a huge advantage because the pool of cards that you're able to use is much bigger. All right, so anytime you see a planeswalker that has 3 colors, I'd say strongly consider it, right? Don't automatically buy it because some of them are not that good based on the abilities. But based on the fact that they have 3 colors, you know that that's one you just probably have to consider. What I want to talk about as far as Tamayo, though, when it comes to her personality, you kind of get the feeling, because she's got green, that she can use a lot of mana convert, right? Or these gem converts to green. And because she's got blue, you know, blue is really good for the draw, right? Draw cards. These 2 together, you can make a really good deck. If you think about it, right? Convert a lot of gems to green. It's going to match. It's going to pay off cards in your hand. Those cards in your hand are going to help you to draw other cards, right? Hopefully you can continue to have like a nice cycle here with this blue and green. I'd also like to point out that white is in there. White is a very good, like really balanced kind of a color. White also has a lot of creatures that have double strike, which goes nicely with the green because green can pump up creatures, make them real big, real strong. Attach that to the double strike and then you can win games just based on that. So I would say Tamayo, her personality is to do a lot of draw. You can do a lot of the convert to green. You can put some good offense and some defense here. She's a very good, well-balanced planeswalker. If you can take a look at the abilities here, you're going to see that they kind of lean towards that convert that I was talking about, convert to green and draw, which is just completely devastating with some of the cards that are out there. Yeah, just absolutely, completely devastating. What I would suggest is take a look at this deck here, the Goblin Clone Army. As I was mentioning earlier, right, one of the advantages for Tamayo is that she's got 3 colors. So because she has 3 colors, you can see what she can do here, right? If you click on the video, you will be able to see the actual gameplay of how this deck works. But it's a very, very good deck because it throws down a ton of creatures and it uses the Healer of the Pride to convert more and more gems, right? And what you're trying to do with these converts is really use up those mana bonuses and use up the mana that's being converted and you know, given to you to launch that symmetry matrix. That's going to help you to put down a ton of cards. This, of course, is a really, really good deck, and I suggest you build it. But getting back to it, As I said, 3 colors, very, very dangerous. I'd suggest taking a look. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, share with your friends. That's going to help the channel. And you know what? That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Good gaming.